What the cake is going on, everyone? Welcome back to our channel and a very happy holidays. Today we are going to be making Labubus. And because it's Christmas, we're gonna put him in a little Santa outfit, so keep on watching. All right, so for today's super fun video, we are going to need the following items. Your fondant color of choice. I have Satin Ice here, a really great brand. Your handy dandy silicone mat. A really helpful one is to have one with the round guides. Small fondant roller, X-Acto knife, some brushes, a water pen. You don't have to have a water pen. You can just use a brush and go in with some water. Luster dust, if you want to add some blush, you don't have to have it. Skewer sticks to hold everything together. Cookie cutter, one with the flat side and one with the scallop side. Very helpful. And some scissors. So I hope you guys have fun making your Labubu. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is make the body of the Labubu. Apparently it's cute because it's ugly. Okay. So not sure how I feel about it. It's kind of scary to me. It's like one of those creepy little dolls. Anyways, can someone explain to me why it's trending right now? We're gonna do a Santa Labubu. I have in front of me some red fondant and I'm gonna quickly show you how to make the body. It's really simple. It requires a lot of kneading and shaping out the body. What we're doing here is making it really soft so it's easy to work with, and then we're gonna roll it out into a ball, of course, so there's no lines in our fondant piece. Usually I start everything off with a circle, but we're gonna start off with a little square piece. Right now, we're gonna just slowly form the body out. You don't need the arms. This is just the body, the torso, and the legs. All you're gonna do is try your best to split one side into two, like a heart, I guess like a heart of, like, what is this called? A deformed heart. Doesn't need to be perfect just because the clothing on it is textured. So we're gonna add that later and I'll show you how to do that. Try your best to kind of go in and form out, see his body and his legs. So we're gonna leave this on the side. We're going to make the Santa hat. So it just goes on right on top. So what I like to do is I like to use one color at a time so I don't have to keep washing my hands. Usually I would start with the white fondant, but I wanted to do the body first with the hat and leave the face in the end. All right, so you have his body, and we have his little hat. We're gonna add a little pom-pom for the top, and for the rim of the hat, we're just gonna go in with a long piece of, doesn't need to be perfect because we're gonna add some texture to make it look furry. So that's all you need. So this is the shape that you're gonna need to form out his body. And then for his arms, just a little piece of fondant on both sides. Same thing, little egg shape. Push it down. This is his arms. All right, so really easy for his hands and feet. You're gonna need a little piece of fondant and roll it into a ball, split it in half to get even sides, what we always do. Flat to an egg shape. And then from here, you're gonna stick it on before forming the arms. Before giving him fingers, you're gonna go in with a really sharp knife. And 1, 2. That's his fingers. Really easy. Very similar to the hands. The feet are just gonna be a little bigger and wider, I think. Sit down. The knife does need to be very sharp. Maybe we can add an extra one in there. 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 There you go. His arms and feet. All right, now that we have his body and his little hat, we're gonna do his face. I always love making all of the parts for my figurines before assembling them, because at the end, assembling them is the fun part. This is the more tedious part. So there is a little trick on how to get his face. Specifically, we are going to need 2 different colored fondant. So this is skin tone color and his fur. To have his face ready to go, what we're gonna do is we are gonna roll it. So there's absolutely no lines or creases or anything, and form it out into an oval shape and flatten it out just a tiny bit. So it's gonna look like that. So for the fur, there is a little trick on how I do it, because you will notice that it kind of wraps around his head and onto his forehead and around his face a little bit. Need your fondant color of choice. Roll it out. Ugh, there's a lot of roll in here. We're gonna flatten it out a little bit, and we're gonna go in with, so using the end of your fondant roller, we're just gonna go in the middle and create a little space where his face is gonna go. So keep on going, because you're going to put the face in here and then you kind of fold it in. That's how you get his face. And then, this is kind of tricky. You're gonna very carefully try to now mold it into the face. Like that. Very carefully. See how it wraps around his face. And there you have it. The outline of the Labubu face. Okay, so we have the outline of his head. Now we're gonna form his face. Usually you doing little teeth one by one is so hard, so I'm gonna show you a little trick on how I do it. I have a little cookie cutter here, the one with 2 sides. This is actually really helpful for a lot of things. So try to find one with the sharp side and the one with the little scallop edge. So all we're gonna do is place it where you want his smile to be. Really big, goes out just like that. And then we're going to go in with some white fondant for his teeth. I'm gonna show you a very easy way to do this. The other side, we only need a little bit. You can see that this is gonna be his mouth, and you're just going to kind of use your hands and make it sharper. But before we do that, we're gonna cut it out. Just like this, so you can already see that his smile. This is the way that I do his teeth. You can do it however you like, you can do it one by one, but this is just the fastest. And then cut off what you don't need. And then from here, you're just going to pinch it and sharpen it. Now that we have his smile, or whatever you want to call that, is it a smile? Because it looks scary to me. We're gonna do his eyes. Very simple for his eyes. You're gonna need some white for the whites of his eyes, and then you're gonna go with some black, and then white little dots for the pupils. So I have here some white fondant, roll into a ball, split it in half to get even sides. All you're gonna do for this part, so easy, you don't need any tools, is roll it into kind of like a little tic-tac. I'm gonna show you how I do it. You're just gonna put it where you want it to be, and then just flatten it. Try to keep it into the shape of an oval or his eyes. Same thing with black. You don't need too much because it does flatten out, but it's very important to knead it. Make sure it's nice and smooth. And to finish the eye, we're gonna go with a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of white. Just like that. And there you have his face. We're gonna just finish it off with his nose, like how I do all of my animal noses. Round shape first. We're gonna pinch it at the bottom and then create a little triangle. Push it down for it to stick. And there you have it, his little face. Now that we finished the face, what am I gonna do? We're gonna add, to finish his face, we're gonna add a little cheeks, the blush. I have a little bit of luster dust here. All you're gonna do is just a little, not too much. Be very careful with this because it doesn't seem like a lot, but it does, it's very pigmented. I'm just going on really lightly and I'm already getting so much color. His final piece is the ears, same color as the fur. Go in with a little ball, flatten it into a little log, cut it in half, and that's just the ears. Do they all have ears? I have no idea. Actually, you're only gonna need one ear for this because I think I'm gonna put the Santa hat on the side. Yep, so we'll just do one ear. Okay. Now we assemble our Labubu. Here is basically our little guy. We're just gonna go in and put them all together, skewer stick, his head. Make sure you have, to keep things in place, make sure you have a little bit of water in between each part to hold. A little bit goes a long way. Too much water, it'll just slide right off. And then we're gonna add his hat right here. I might need a skewer stick for that later, but just wanted to show you the shape. And the final part to our Labubu, a really good tool that you should already have at home, a little pair of scissors. Just gonna go in and make little cuts to create the fur. This is how I do the fur. And in the spirit of Christmas, we just went ahead and added a little candy cane. All it is 2 strips, and you're just gonna roll it, keep rolling it, flatten it out, and then form it into a little candy cane. He's gonna be holding a little candy cane for us. You guys, the Labubu has grown on me. Maybe it's because I made him. He's my little monster. Do you get it? I get it now. I think I get it now. But there you guys have it. How cute is our little Labubu? There you guys have it. A little Christmas Labubu. I totally get it now. I hope you guys enjoyed our video today. Leave a comment below and I will see you next time.